Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on the new song from Adele called Easy on Me. I've done a nice little finger picking arrangement of the song. Just before I teach you the song, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section including any songs that you want me to do next. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me and you want to print the tabs off for this, you can support me on Patreon. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. The first line, the intro, sounds like this. So for that, bar 1, first finger on A8, third finger D10, little finger on G10. Play them all at the same time. And my first finger's barred, so I'm holding down all the strings. Then I'm going to play the E8, then the B8, then take my little finger off and put my third finger on G9, and then the little finger back for G10 for the last note. So the first bar goes. Next chord is a D minor 7. First finger's barred from the A string downwards on the 5th fret. Second finger on B6. Third finger on D7. And you play the middle 4 strings, and then the B6, and then B8. So you add your little finger to B8 and a G5, and then take the little finger off and your second finger off. And you're going to play just the B5 on its own, and then it goes back to B6 with a G5. So that bar slowly goes. On to the next bar, bar 3, you got, which is A string with B1 and E1. Then take your finger off of the E1 and just play the B1 with the open E. And then it goes back to E1 with the B1, then E with the B1, B1 and E1, then open E and B1. Hopefully that makes sense. So it goes. So you're just taking your finger off the B, off the E1. And then bar 4, first finger flat from the A string downwards on the 1st fret. Play the A string, the B string and the E string all at the same time. And then play a B3. So the whole line slowly goes like this. Okay, so then that goes to the verse. Now the verse starts exactly the same. So the first the first 4 bars are the same. The only difference is at the end there we've got an A1 and A3. Just bringing it round again. So the first line of the verse goes. And then on to the next line of the verse, and it's exactly the same, first 2 bars. And then in bar 11, it changes. It goes to A3 in the bass with the 3rd finger, and first finger across the E and the B strings at the same time. So we play this. So the A3 and the E1 and the B1. And then I lift my finger up so it plays just the B1 with the open E string. So you get. And then it does that 3 times. So it goes. And then the next bar is similar, but we've got E1 in the bass, and it's going to go. So I change my fingers around and put my first finger on E1 and use my second and third fingers on B1 and E1, and you go. There's an E5 at the end of that bar, so bar 12. And then we get bar 13, which is E6 nearest to your face, B6, so I'm using my second and third fingers, then my first finger on E5. We play those all at the same time. Then you have to use your little finger on B8. So it does that 3 times. You go. Then we get these 2 chords, which is first finger barred across all the frets, all the strings at the 6th fret, second finger on G7 and play the E, G, B and E strings. And then the last chord of that line, I'm using my first finger flat on the E, B and the G strings at the 5th fret, third finger on B6 and second finger on E6. So bar 14 goes. So the whole of that line slowly goes. Which takes us to the chorus, which is just playing a F chord, first finger barred across all strings at the 1st fret, second finger G2, little finger on D3, and you could put your third finger on A3 if you want to play the whole chord. I'm just playing the E string, the D, G and the B strings, and then D, G and B on their own. And then the last hit, it plays an open D string with B1 and G2. So the first bar of the chorus, bar 15 goes. Then we've got a C chord, which is first finger B1, second finger D2, third finger A3. Play middle 4 strings and then just D, G and B strings. And then it goes to an open A string in the bass on the last hit, so bar 16. Then we've got G minus 7. Second finger E3, third finger across the D, G and the B strings at the 3rd fret. Play the E, D, G and B strings at the same time, then D, G and B. And then there's a little passing chord which is like F/A, which is first finger B1, second finger on G2, third finger on D3 with the open A in the bass. So bar 17 goes. And then we've got a B flat chord, first finger A2, third finger across D, G and the B strings at the 3rd fret. 2 hits on that, and then 2 hits on a B flat sus2, which is your first finger barred on the A string on the first, from the A string downwards on the 1st fret, third finger on D3, little finger on G3, and you play the middle 4 strings. So the chorus then. And that repeats, and then it does a little interlude, which is the same as the intro, with the little passing notes at the end of it. So that interlude. And then the next verse is almost identical to the first verse. There's slight little changes. So the first 2 bars are the same. And then it goes to A3 in the bass, doing that. So in the first verse there was an open A string in the bass, but now it's an A3. Does a little walk up with the A1 and A2. So let's just play the first line of the second verse goes. And then the second line of the second verse it is a bit like the second line of the first verse, but it just misses out a bar. So you got the, so that's the same. Always first 2 bars are the same. And then to A3 in the bass, and then it goes straight up to where you had the E6 with the B6 and the E5 jump into the B8. Then the same 2 chords that we had before the first chorus. That then goes to the chorus again and repeats. And then the middle 8 is just like a variation on the verse as well. So you get the same kind of. the second line of the middle 8 again is the same as like the second line of the second verse. 3, 4, and then it goes to the chorus, plays the chorus twice, and then plays the intro, and then that's the whole song. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this little guitar lesson. If you have, if you could subscribe to my channel, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you're from, what you thought of the video, what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me doing this channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, you can support me on Patreon. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.